In 2016, a man from Concord, Massachusetts made an unexpected and extraordinary discovery during a routine visit to a garage sale in his neighborhood. Among the everyday items on sale, his attention was caught by a small, seemingly simple drawing of a Madonna and Child. It was priced at only $30, and though the artwork had an old and somewhat weathered look, the man bought it without realizing its full significance. Little did he know, he had stumbled upon a lost artwork by Albrecht Dürer, one of the most renowned artists of the German Renaissance. The drawing initially appeared unremarkable, and it was only later, when the buyer decided to investigate further, that its true value began to unfold. The man took the drawing to an art expert, Clifford Schorer, a consultant with Agnew's Gallery in London, and a collector of old master drawings. Upon first glance, Schorer wasn't convinced that the piece was significant. However, as he examined the drawing more carefully, particularly its remarkable detail and execution, he began to suspect that it might be much more than an ordinary reproduction or an unknown sketch. Schorer embarked on a more thorough investigation. One of the key clues was the presence of Dürer's distinct monogram on the artwork, an AD signature. This was the mark used by Durer, who is celebrated as one of the most important figures of the Northern Renaissance, known for his detailed engravings, woodcuts, and intricate drawings. His works, including his religious and allegorical scenes, have had a profound influence on the world of art for centuries. Durer was a master draftsman, and his monogram has been highly sought after by collectors and art historians alike. As Schorer dug deeper into the provenance and artistic style of the piece, he realized that this drawing might be one of Dürer's long-lost works. The drawing appeared to date back to the early 16th century, around the time Durer was active. Through extensive research and comparison with Dürer's other known works, it became clear that the style of shading, the precision of the lines, and the composition were all hallmarks of the artist's hand. To verify its authenticity, Schorer and other experts consulted Dürer scholars, conducted tests on the materials, and traced the artwork's history as best they could. The results were conclusive. This was indeed an original drawing by Albrecht Dürer. Not only was it authentic, but it was also previously unknown to the art world, meaning it had been missing from Dürer's catalog for centuries. Once authenticated, the drawing's value skyrocketed. It was estimated to be worth around $10 million, an astonishing leap from the $30 it was initially sold for. The discovery of a previously unknown Dürer work is incredibly rare, and such finds are considered monumental in the world of art. It was a thrilling revelation, not only for the lucky buyer, but also for art historians, collectors, and institutions around the world. This garage sale find is now regarded as one of the greatest art discoveries of recent times, adding to the mystique surrounding Dürer's legacy. It is a reminder of how priceless treasures can sometimes emerge in the most unexpected places, hidden in plain sight among everyday objects. The drawing is now in the process of being formally catalogued and studied, and its ultimate fate, whether it will be sold, displayed in a museum, or kept in a private collection, remains to be seen. What's certain is that this serendipitous find has added a valuable piece to the history of Renaissance art and reaffirmed Dürer's brilliance as one of the greatest masters in European art history. The drawing in question, believed to be an early Madonna and Child, represents a familiar theme in Dürer's oeuvre, where religious and allegorical figures were often central. In this particular composition, Dürer's mastery is evident in the intricate detailings of the figures, even in a preparatory sketch form. The Madonna's delicate posture, the the tender gesture of her hand toward the child, and the peaceful yet solemn expression on her face all hint at Durer's ability to capture both physical likeness and deep emotional resonance. The drawing showcases Durer's deep understanding of human anatomy and expression, two characteristics that set him apart from many of his contemporaries. His portrayal of the Madonna is both idolized and human, presenting her as an ethereal figure imbued with grace, while simultaneously grounding her in the real world through precise details like the folds of her garment or the softness of her gaze. Durer's draftsmanship is considered unparalleled, and this drawing further solidifies his reputation as a virtuoso in the medium. His use of hatching and cross-hatching techniques to define form, shadow, and texture is particularly impressive. Even in the preparatory stages, Durer's lines are confident, deliberate, and filled with purpose. There is a dynamic tension in the way he renders fabric and skin, where lines seem to breathe life into the figures, despite the simplicity of the medium. The work also reveals Durer's keen interest in the art of the Italian Renaissance, particularly his study of perspective and proportion. Durer made 2 trips to Italy, where he encountered the works of masters like Leonardo da Vinci and Andrea Mantegna. These influences are evident in his approach to composition, where classical ideals of balance and symmetry are harmonized with Northern European attention to surface detail and realism. Durer's monogram is present on the piece, marking it as an official work from his hand. This detail not only authenticates the drawing, but also ties it into Durer's broader body of work, where his signature, AD, became one of the first recognizable artist's marks in Western art, symbolizing a new age of the artist as a creator in their own right. Albrecht Dürer, born in 1471 and passed in 1528, was a pivotal figure in the German Renaissance, acting as a bridge between the Gothic traditions of Northern Europe and the classical ideals of the Italian Renaissance. His works, whether they were prints, paintings, or drawings, were prized for their intellectual depth and technical innovation. The early 16th century, when this drawing was likely created, was a period of intense artistic experimentation for Durer, as he sought to incorporate scientific principles like geometry and perspective into his art, while also remaining deeply spiritual. This Madonna and Child drawing can be seen as part of Durer's ongoing exploration of religious themes, particularly his interest in conveying the humanity and divinity of Christ through his mother. The drawing may have been a preparatory study for a more finished painting or engraving, though it stands alone as a testament to his artistic vision and skill.